Stan, here we are, helmet fans. Welcome to the Man Cave, Sunday afternoon. I was going to do a video yesterday, but I got sidetracked. Busy, it was a little busy thing. The subject of this video today really is a top YouTuber and someone I'm in contact with, Landsturm. He said to me in a last week, I think, on a comment, it would be interesting to see the comparison between your original M40 and your replicas. Now, I am I'm not going to include any other my German, in inverted commas, style helmets. I've got two Finnish ones. I'm not including them, and I'm not including. I've got a German police sort of style helmet. I'm not including them. I'm only including my real M40 and my two replicas. And I'm fortunate for this video that I've got a really crap, cheap replica and not a bad one. But before I go any further, I was going to do a separate video on this, but I'll just chuck it in. Military Collectibles has just done a series of videos of this, so I'm not trying to like copy. It's just that on his sort of recommendation, he put me on the scent of the Mark III. So I got a Mark III from the same guy, the same source that he got one from. It is from £30 odd pound, just the shell. As he described in his video, these have been serviced or outsourced, sold to India, and they've had the liners ripped out of them. They're all different. I believe he has had the name of the soldier inside. This has still got the cruciform pad in the top, which is seized on there. I'm not going to try and take that or anything. I'm leaving this as a semi-relic helmet. When it came, it was quite rusty on the inside, so I've just cleaned it out with a bit of oil, so that every time I move it around, it's not going to get rust scabs everywhere. Can't see the date on there anyway. I've had a look, but no chance. Bit of original paintwork, but as a sort of semi-relic example of a Mark III, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, very good. Cheers for the tip-off, CJ. And as well as bargains, let's have a look. What do you reckon of them? There you go. Haha. Right, so there you go. Heel plate, size 10. There is no writing on the inside. They are black. Anyone got any ideas? I personally think they are exactly the same as the officers' boots on sale at Epic Militaria. They are 18 inches or 18.5 inches tall. I think they're a bit wide, maybe, at the top. But they do have a reinforced, I think it's steel, toe cap. But they are very nice, and these will go. I do have another pair of jack boots. These can be any sort of German display. Officers are enlisted, man. I'm not going to split hairs over that. And these type of things, I mean, they are, if they're not exactly the same as the Epic Militaria Repros, they are very similar to, which I think they're selling them for about 120 quid, something like that, around there. What did I pay for these? 25 quid. Someone had them on eBay for a fiver. Starting bid with half an hour to go, but open to offers, and I thought, oh, I'll stick 20 quid on them with the postage. That's what it was, and they literally bit my hand off. So at first I was a bit suspicious, but any thoughts what you think they could or couldn't be? But I think they're just reproduction World War II officers jack boots, and they can be Russian, East German, or World War II German. And it stands Man Cave, that suits me down at the ground. Right, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this video, one might say. So there's me, I'll bring me M40 into shot first. So we've seen this before. There we go. Classic profile, iconic looking helmet. So first, see this could be an idea for people who are wanting to, a couple of people have commented on my channel that they like the way that I've displayed my replica firearms and other bits of replica equipment or Cold War stuff that I've used as a stand-in, because, you know, we all know that collecting can be an expensive hobby, and, you know, I certainly can't afford some of the high-end stuff, so it's nice to be able to use other things like replicas as stand-ins to create an impression or a display. So what I would say is, this is an example of the Chinese sort of copies. You'll see them on eBay from China. Don't get these. This is really bad. I mean, if you try and hold it up against the, you see the profile there at the back compared to the real one. I mean, I think this is representing an M35, but I mean, how the skirt's narrower, it tapers off. Front wise, tell you what, why don't I just get another helmet stand? Amateur hour. Here we go. Let's have a look. Another helmet stand. Get a helmet stand. Get a helmet stand. Stan, you fool. So, if we can look at it straight on now as well. So, you see there that how the sides on the real M40 flare out. Those there are a bit more tucked in. It really is a bad copy, and it's quite thin. Cheap Chinese, load of rubbish. I wouldn't bother myself with anything like this. You see the leather line is really bad, and that is why I just took a chance. Like, I didn't take a chance. I thought, right, I'm going to convert that into a Normandy camo helmet. I'm probably going to get some wire mix up there, get some chicken wire for the top of it, just to disguise the profile of it, so it's not so noticeable. But you can see against the real M40 the difference. It's just wrong, isn't it? Completely wrong. So if you're thinking of getting a replica, don't get these ones from China. I mean, my wife bought me that. She didn't know, so that's that one. Stick that one back. We'll try the one from I think I'll say Epic Military, a Soldier of Fortune. You know, that sort of place. And if you look at the profile there against the M40, it's somewhat like it's not. It's still not right, is it? It's still not as flared out over on that roll, but it's more. You can get away with that on a mannequin display, or if you were reenacting at a show, you would definitely get away with that, I'd say. I mean, not to a perfectionist, but we're not perfectionists in stillness. Look at the dust on there. Eesh. Well, how do you get? I mean, I know dust's made of human skin, isn't it? So how do you get dust in here? I only come in here once a week. And let's look at the side profile. Side profile. I'll try and put them at the same level. It's hard to do this on the camera. And that's shining a bit of light on there, but that's not bad. That's not bad. Still not, again, 100%. But it's getting there, isn't it? It's getting there. So that's your likes of your Epic Military. Excuse me, the Militaria. I'm not sure if these are M35s that looks, or M40s. You know, doesn't really make any difference. And the liners in here are a bit better. It probably should have white cord in there, but I've just left it as is. And the thing about these ones, you can try them, age them up like I have. They have stamps in them. I've took the paint off, maybe too much paint off the brim, and put a bit of salt water in a plastic bag to sort of make it sweat. Roughed it round a little bit. I mean, the tricolour National Shield, I found some varnish that didn't rot the decal, and I went over the top of it. It's probably not ideal for the display I'm trying to get across as an Eastern Front soldier, because the tricolour shield probably would have gone by then, but it doesn't really make any difference. I quite like the look of it. So against the real M40, personally, I don't think it's bad. So to sum up, listen to me talk all afternoon, that if you are going to get, if you can't afford a, I mean, I haven't got them with me, they're upstairs, but if you're wanting a German helmet shaped object, I mean, there's also the Spanish steel helmets, so I've got one of those. I wasn't going to include them. If you're on a limited budget and you can't stretch to a real one, which I wouldn't advise to wear for reenacting anyway, because they are a piece of history and they're expensive. You don't want to knack them up. If you're looking for something genuine World War II, you could do worse than a Finnish one, and you could put a camouflage, repro camouflage cover on it, and who'd know underneath. If you go on Replica, which I've got no problem with at all, especially if you're keeping them in an outbuilding. These cheap Chinese copies, forget it. I'm not gonna, because I had it, I thought I could make use of it, stick it in a corner. But you sort of Soldier of Fortune, Epic Militaria, I think they're around £50. Go for one of them. My opinion again, if you can buy them at the rock bottom price, the basic, without the decals, without a paint job, I would put the decals on myself, and I would try and age it myself. Don't get them to do it, and that's simply because I think it's Epic Militaria. If you can't be bothered, fair enough. I think they add on a tenner for every bit they do. They put the decals on it, a tenner for do a paint job. I mean, I'm not sure 100% of those prices, but you understand what I'm saying. And really, to do it yourself, you get a bit of experience. I mean, I've done Dan helmet in Normandy camo, inverted commas. I've done the parachute one in Normandy camo colours, and I quite enjoyed doing it. I felt like I'd achieved something out of nothing, if you get me. So, that's Stan. That's me. Original M40, my fairly decent replica, my crappy Chinese replica, my Mark III Indian surplus British helmet, my £25 jack boots, and that's that. So I will see. I've realised that most of me binocular videos need redoing because I haven't done them. So there could be a binocular fest on the way. So this is Stan, and I will see ya.